Yeah, absolutely. Drew Titan Bronson on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. That's Painful Excellence Podcast. Today's Tuesday, right? Ain't today Tuesday? Um, you know, I might not be coming on tomorrow because I got something to do. So I'm coming on tonight. And what I wanted to talk about tonight is completely overshadowed by this news right here. You know, a lot of times on other channel, even on this channel, I said, you know, things are going to rest for a while. There's going to be another black person gunned down by a police officer or another white person, and we're going to scream and holler and defund the police and, you know, slay whitey or whatever it is you want to talk about, and it'll go away. Whatever happens, happens, and it'll go away. So I saw this story yesterday, and I said, all right, let me see where it goes. And it's not moving fast enough for me. Let me say what's up to the chat. Jeff Spark, The Quiet Storm, salute. Rod Neal, Stormy B, man, that was a great live. I was listening. I was driving home. Love is the word. Almond Eyes. Tay Tay, how are you? Get that work in. No smoke in the building. Chilltown Majors. DP Rocker. Philip D. That's right, the Pet Pack's in the building. Jerome Truitt. Woke. Demi Kennedy. So let's do it. This sister's name is Ajike Owens. Am I saying her name correctly? Ajike or Ajike Owens. And state of Florida. Shogun, what's going on? And she was shot and killed by her neighbor. Okay? The neighbor's white, by the way. So we don't know the facts just yet, other than the fact that she's dead. She was a mother of, I forget how many. But why don't we do this? Why don't we look at what is said about this situation? I hate this. Sheriff probes self-defense claim. Of course. The neighbor's claiming self-defense. Okay? The neighbor's claiming self-defense. Who fatally shot neighbor in front of her children. Authorities came under intense pressure Tuesday to arrest and charge a white woman who killed a black neighbor on her front doorstep in a case that has put Florida's divisive stand your ground law back into the spotlight. Now, real quick, I'm wondering, because I'm reading this for the first time, y'all. I'm wondering, are they going to say this woman's name? Do you know if they said this woman's name? Or is the woman who bust that shot, is her picture anywhere? Corey Joe, salute. Is her picture anywhere? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. So they're not telling us her name? Well, you know what? Oh, they're protecting her identity, Rod? Okay. All right. Let me just read to make sure. About 36 mostly black protesters, because that's what we do, we protest, gathered outside of Marion County Judicial Center to demand that the shooter be arrested in the country's latest flashpoint over race and gun violence. Yeah, here we go. The 35-year-old mother of four, Ajike Owens. Ajike, I'm sorry if I'm butchering her. I'm going to call her Miss Owens. Mother of four, Miss Owens, was killed in the Friday night shooting that Marion County Sheriff Billy Woods said was the accumulation of a 2-year feud between neighbors. So she's been feuding with her neighbor for 2 goddamn years. Let that sink in for a second. The women, the neighbor was a woman, y'all. Surprise. The women lived in the neighborhood of North Florida, in the rolling hills south of Ocala, known as the state's horse country. On Tuesday, a stuffed teddy bear and bouquets of flowers marked the area near where Owens was shot. Nearby, children were riding bikes and scooters and playing basketball. Protesters chanted "No justice, no peace," and AJ, I guess they call her AJ, using Owens' nickname. That was her nickname, okay? They carried signs saying, "Say her name," like Ajike Owens, and it's about us. There was no violence during the protests, which included a number of small children. Of course, because when we protest, we don't burn shit up, and we don't do shit like, try to overthrow the goddamn nation's capital. I mean, we don't do shit like that, right? Let that sink in. Let it sink in, family. Thank you, Quiet Storm. I mean, we don't do things like that. We don't have violent protests where we try to take over the nation's capital, right? We don't do that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The sheriff said Owens was shot moments after going to the apartment of her neighbor who had yelled at Owens' children as they played in the nearby lot. He also said a neighbor had also thrown a pair of skates that hit one of the children. Wow. Wow. Deputies responding to a trespassing call at the apartment Friday found Owens suffering from a gunshot wound, suffering from gunshot wounds. She later died in the hospital in Ocala. Before the confrontation, the shooter had been yelling racial slurs at the children, according to a statement from civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump. I remember Benjamin Crump. Y'all know Benjamin Crump, who is representing the Owens family and represented Trayvon Martin in 2012. Let me tell you about what happened in 2012. Omega Red, salute. Phenomenal Mexican, Isaiah Q, Clarence McClain, salute. Smash the like button, y'all. Listen, 2012, when they read that verdict for Trayvon Martin, I was in Florida when they did that. I wasn't nowhere near the courthouse. I was in another part of Florida, but I just happened to be in the state of Florida, down there when they read that verdict. And it was an eerie vibe because the place where my dad owns property is very diverse. There's black, there's Latinos, there's white people, and everybody gets along. Everybody gets along. And whenever we saw the neighbors, we would stop and talk about how messed up that situation is. And when they read the verdict, everyone was like, man, this is ridiculous. Because for the most part, all of our neighbors in that area down there, they said, yo, that guy's guilty. He's not a cop. He failed becoming a cop, not by physical standards, not by failing like the law questionnaire, whatever. Like when some people fail law and the behavioral science and the police science, whatever it is that they do in the state. He kept failing. George Zimmerman failed the psych a few times. They wouldn't let him in because of the psych. So he didn't even get in the police academy. He failed the psychological. So he was what we call the buff. He thought he was a cop. He was a neighborhood watchman. And he jumped on Trayvon, and Trayvon started kicking his ass. He pulled out his gun and shot him. That's what happened. Long and short end of it. And he got off. And he's been in trouble and arrested several times after that. He couldn't stay out of trouble. In fact, this white guy tried to kill him. Y'all remember that? So who was really the thug? But I'm going to come back to that George Zimmerman shit later in the show. Rod Neal in that super chat, much love. He said, interesting that Travis Rudolph is not getting the stand your ground treatment. He is in the court fighting for his freedom. Bro, listen, man. you know, eminent domain and that's stand your ground and what do they call it? King of your castle, whatever they decide to call it. There's some shit with that. There's some shit with that. His case is gonna be tricky because right now I was watching some of it, and Bumpy, what's going on? The problem he has is that he ran off his property, but the way he articulated it was that he said he saw a gun pointed at him. He saw 2 guns, if I'm not mistaken. I was in the, excuse me, Kane, what up? I was in the gym listening to it. And I think he said he saw 2 guns. And the reason why he pursued the vehicle, I think the way he was interpreting it was that he wasn't pursuing the vehicle. His brother, he was trying to get his brother back. His brother like ran off or something. I forget. You know what I'm saying? Don't quote me. You can go back and watch it. But it's a little tricky. They're trying to say what he did was excessive. It wasn't standing your ground. And there's other things where his brother ain't have to go outside. And when those goons came banging on the door, he didn't have to open the door. He should have called 911. But his mama went outside and tried to defuse it. And then once your mama go outside, you don't know what they're going to do to her. He went there and he got snuffed. And they was like, yo, we on demon time. I'm listening to what he says and I'm envisioning it. I'm like, yo, that's how these niggas talk today. And they tried to, get the one up on him. He tried to say, hey, man, we wasn't going over there to kill him. We was going over there to put mitts on him. Teach, what up? And the difficulty with that is that one of those niggas had a gun on him. So you wasn't going over there. And plus, Shorty asked her brothers, go over there and shoot that shit up. What's the shit? Those were her words in the text that she tried to delete. It's a crazy case. It's a crazy case. But they're going to try and nail him for that. But in my opinion, that chick should get put in jail. Because all of that is her fault. If she don't send that text out, her brothers don't go no fucking where. And that should be a lesson to men. I don't care if it's your sister. Sit her down and be like, what happened? Because she's a mother effing liar any goddamn way. Whole time while he was dealing with her, she never told him that she was already married. Y'all know that? And when they ask her, yo, why'd you lie to him? You mad because he's talking to other chicks. Meanwhile, you got a whole husband. You know what her response was? He never asked me if I was married. What do you, man? Some of these women make me so sick with that. KP from KC5, what up? And because of her, right? Her brother and whoever else was there got shot up or shot at, and one of the friends died. Did you hear the argument that they had? He told her, you just mad because the other girl he was dealing with got a better body than her after Shorty just had a BBL. 23 years old, got a BBL. 23 years old and got a BBL. I say it one more time, y'all. 23 years old and got a BBL. What are you doing getting a BBL at 23 years old? It's not like she was 43, 53, 33. She's 23. She can't. This what I'm saying. Oh man, I don't want to turn this into I don't want to turn it to like I'm bashing her because the show's not about that. I'll do another show about that. How about that? I'll do another show about that. But 23 years old getting a BBL, that's just lazy. We're talking about what happened to this sister right here, AJ. I'm not cracking no jokes or nothing like that tonight. This shit ain't funny. This shit ain't funny, man. This is bullshit. Because like I said on my other channel, there's going to be another nigga getting killed. And we're going to scream and holler, and then what? What we going to do? What we going to do? We ain't going to do shit. What? Corey Joe, in that super chat, much love and appreciation. He said, thank you, Drew, for the late night chop session, man. Salute to you, man. Much love and appreciation. Oh, yeah, Mr. King Palmer cooked on it? That's what's up, man. Now, that's all right, Rod. That's all right, because, you know, I gotta, we gotta hit up everything. I did a short premiere about it, but we're gonna revisit it because the case ain't over. Exactly, Kane. At 23, you should be able to, from 23 to the time you're 28, you should be able to transform your whole shit. What are you doing with a BBL? Man, whatever, man. I'll discuss that later. But so Benjamin Crump, I was in Florida when they read the Trayvon Martin verdict. And although I was far away from where the verdict was read, we was like, is it going to be another Rodney King situation? They're going to start burning shit up? They didn't. That's the only time and last time black people would do something like that. So the sheriff's office hasn't confirmed there were slurs uttered or said whether race was a factor in the shooting. They haven't confirmed it. Okay. Lauren Smith, 40, lives across the street from where the shooting happened. She was on her porch. She was on her porch that day and saw one of Owens' young sons pacing and yelling, "You shot my mama. They shot my mama." She ran toward the house and started chest compressions until rescue crew arrived. She said there wasn't an altercation. She said there wasn't an altercation and that Owens didn't have a weapon. She was angry all the time that the children were playing out there, Smith said. She would say nasty things to them, just nasty. Uh-oh, so see, we got a witness now. Smith, who is white, said the neighborhood is family friendly. And the fact that the shooter is claiming self-defense is outrageous. I wish our shooter would have called us instead of taking action into our own hands. That's what the sheriff is saying. I wish Miss Owens would have called us in the hopes we could have never gotten to the point that we are here today. Okay. I'm trying to calm down because it kind of sounds like they were trying to blame the victim. Let me not read too into that yet. The sheriff said that since January of 2021, deputies responded to at least half a dozen times in connection with the feuding between Owens and the woman who shot her. They're really not saying this bitch name. I'm absolutely heartbroken. Angela Farrell Zabala, executive director of Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America, I guess that's a group, told the Associated Press she described the fatal shooting as so senseless. Farrell Zabala says stand your ground cases, which she refers to as shoot first laws, are deemed justifiable 5 times more frequently when a white shooter kills a black victim. We've seen this again and again across the country, adding that it literally, I'm so mad, y'all. It's literally because of lax gun laws and the culture of shoot first. In fact, stand your ground in castle doctrine. That's what I was talking about, Rod, the castle doctrine. Those castle doctrine cases which allow residents to defend themselves either by law or court precedent when threatened have sparked outrage amid the spate of shootings across the country. In April, 84-year-old Andrew Lester, a white man, shot and injured a 16-year-old Ralph Yarl, a black teenager who rang his doorbell in Kansas City after mistakenly showing up to the wrong house to pick up his younger siblings. I spoke on that. 84 years old. He's behind a locked door. The young man rings the wrong doorbell, and this dude opens the door and gets the dumping on him. Could have killed him. See what I mean? Lester faces charges of first-degree assault and armed criminal action. At trial, he may argue that he thought someone was trying to break into his house, as he told police. Missouri and Florida are among about 30 states that have stand-your-ground laws. One of the most well-known examples of the stand-your-ground argument came up in the trial of George Zimmerman, a white man who fatally shot Florida teenager Trayvon Martin in February of 2012. Zimmerman, who had a white father and Hispanic mother, told police that Martin, who was black, attacked him, forcing him to use his gun in self-defense. Now, let me stop right there for 1 second, y'all. Let me stop right there for one goddamn second. Alfred, what up? Melvin Harris, salute. Mojave Nation, what up? Al Jones, what up? Paul Carrick in the building. Chilltown Majors. I just told you that George Zimmerman kept failing the psychological exam, so he couldn't even get to the police academy. But he still had a permit to carry. You can't enforce the law, which requires you to carry a firearm, but you can carry a firearm. And if you use it, they can determine whether it will stand your ground or not. Let that sink in, y'all. See that? Kane, of course he did. Trayvon was just walking from the store, and this fucking half a cracker walked up on him. Hey, I never seen you here before. What you doing? Nigga, mind your business. No, come here. Let me talk to you. Who are you? Get the fuck away from me. And they start rolling on the ground. And you hear Trayvon screaming. Man. And again, it was proven how much of an asshole he is, because after that, he got arrested how many times after that? And he's still alive, walking around, breathing. Shout out to the Bloods and Crips and whoever. You got all this smoke for your own, right? I'm gonna kill you, nigga. Let me see you at this shit, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yo, what's going on, nigga? You gonna get you, nigga. Yeah, and you in Florida? All that smoke? You in Florida? You gonna kill a nigga? Let me get this straight. You gonna kill a nigga? Right? George Zimmerman lived literally up the block from you, but you gonna kill me over what? Boxing? My YouTube money? What? Niggas so quick to put in work on their own, but never where it needs to be. You know what I will say about these crackers? They said, fuck what's going on. We're going to fucking the nation's capital, and we're going to take that bitch over. And they had to know that if push came to shove, when the armed forces decided, look, enough's enough, let's go knock their heads off. They had to know that was going to happen. But a lot of those people are crazy. And they went just to see how far it was going to go. Tim TV, what up? And they got in there, and a chick got blasted, right? Didn't a chick got blasted? And that nigga with the fucking Kratos helmet, whatever the fuck, looking like a Viking with his face painted, he was all over the news. Come on, man. Nitty G, what up? Exactly, no smoke. You see how I don't take niggas seriously? I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. When I see, yeah. It's been done. It's been done. It's been done. The emails, the death threats, and everything else. My response: George Zimmerman's still alive, tough guy. You want to put in work on me or any one of my LDBC fam over a boxing opinion? George Zimmerman's still alive. He really did something. And the judicial system failed us as a people. But somehow, my support for whatever fighter pisses you off. And here we go again. Zimmerman, who has a white father and Hispanic mother, told the police that Martin, who was black, attacked him, forcing him to use his gun in self-defense. He had a gun, a legal carry, but he listen, y'all, he had a legal carry firearm, right? But he couldn't pass the psychological exam to be a police officer. But he had a legal carry for a gun. Oh, say, can you see? You understand? He was allowed to go free, but was arrested about 6 weeks later after Martin's parents questioned his version of the events, and then Governor Rick Scott appointed a special prosecutor. Before trial, Zimmerman's attorney chose not to pursue a stand your ground claim, which could have resulted in the dismissal of the murder charges as well as immunity from the prosecution. But during the trial, the law essentially used as part of his self-defense argument, jurors found him not guilty. And after they found him not guilty, who did they put on Front Street? Do y'all remember? Do y'all remember the jurors when they started talking to them? Do y'all remember? One of the first, Mac of the South, my brother, who's one of the first jurors you saw on TV talking about it? Do you remember? Oh, no doubt, no smoke. I know what time it is. Do y'all remember one of the first jurors that spoke on that? There you go. They threw her ass right on the news. My jaw dropped. I said she agreed to do this. And listen, also that jury consisted with, I believe, more white females too. I think it was, I'm sorry. It was a majority of females. You know why that was a problem? Because the picture they painted, the picture that they put up of Trayvon was in that hoodie. They made him look menacing. And they painted that picture with the jurors. What if this was you walking on a dim night and this kid, Trayvon Martin with the black hoodie, walked up on you? Here's what they think about you. Since Zimmerman's trial, Trump has become outspoken on case of gun laws. Gun violence. The sheriff was joined at his news conference by community leaders and a local attorney retained by the family, Anthony Thomas. I don't know who that is. Their singular message was a call for patience while the sheriff's office conducted its investigation. Okay. Police haven't interviewed Owens' children, two of whom witnessed the shooting, because investigators first want child therapists to work with them. Understand, those kids saw their mother get shot and killed. You understand that? Most of the information the deputies have is coming from the shooter, the sheriff said. Oh boy. There was a lot of aggressiveness from both of them back and forth. The sheriff said the shooter told investigators. I need y'all to understand, I'm so angry, my vision is blurry. Whether it be banging on the doors, banging on the walls, and threats being made, and then at that moment when Miss Owens was shot through the door. Listen, y'all. Look, Miss Owens was shot through the door. 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 Miss Owens was shot through the motherfucking door, y'all. What danger was she in that she had to shoot through a fucking door? Just like they're telling Travis Rudolph. The problem is, they said, why'd you bring your AR-15 down and sit it by the door? Why'd you open the door? But got to go back and listen to it. The way he articulated it was that I think his mother went out to talk to them. Then I saw in the video, the brother had words with the girl, and he said, yo, she got me fucked up. And she starts wailing on him. And then that's when they pushed her off the property, and that's when she called the goons and got one of her brother's friends killed, man. Brothers, y'all need to stop with this shit. I don't care if it's your mother. Don't let her get you killed. Find out what happened first. Destiny Black in that super chat, much love. She said, Drew, why do you even bother to address these blatant racists? No matter how you may try to educate them, they'll always see black and white. They'll always have an inferiority complex against you. You're right. You're right. But you know why I'm doing this, Destiny? You know why I'm doing this? Number one, I give a shit. Jason, what's going on? Number one, I give a shit. I love my people to a fault. I really do. All right, hold on, Xavier. But the other thing is, there's like this little bullshit war that a lot of like black women have on us men, and I mean they got beef with me or motherfuckers that speak up. Xavier, you sent it to man who shot George Zimmerman sentenced to 20 years in prison. Oh yeah, that's the white guy. Yeah. The dude that dude tried to kill him, but he missed. The dude tried to kill George Zimmerman and he missed. He ain't got no GoFundMe because he'd be a millionaire. But bullshit aside, all I want to do is help. When I talk about these sisters, I'm not saying don't deal with them. I'm saying, yo, look, things need to be fixed. And I want us to get along, man. Y'all remember that show I did months ago saying we got to make a deal to be together? With 13% of the population, we should be up. Average women need to deal with average men. Stop thinking you're better than. Stop thinking. We just did the review last night. This sister was clearly average, but she thought dating the average guy was a step down. What the fuck are you talking about? With 2 kids and a tattoo on your chest. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of things to do. We got a lot of work to do. But who's willing to put in the work? Black men's prison percentage has decreased over the last 2 fucking decades, which means we're doing better. So I don't understand what the problem is. And then I didn't understand what the problem was until I started looking at, before social media, I was looking at regular media, how black men were being portrayed. I had women my age when I was younger telling me I ain't shit. I'm like, yo, you ain't been through half of life. We're still in high school. How you figure I'm not shit? Why are you living through your mother? Your daddy ain't there? Smoking talk, what up? Your daddy ain't there? Your mother chose your daddy. And maybe your mama with her wild ass hair, snapping gum and turning up in school on open school night, screaming at the teachers, but I'm in class with you, you dumb bitch. You don't do no work. You come to class high. You don't do no work. You fall asleep all over the place. And then the fucking teacher comes and tells me, why are you failing my daughter? This is real shit, I'm telling you. This was real shit. But through all of that, I don't know. I guess I see hope. And then when I see stories like this, I'm reading this and all I know, look, I don't know, maybe the neighbor was nasty. Maybe, listen, and I hate to say this, you know how some of our sisters can be. The neck rolling and the head popping, so what? Why the fuck was she shot through a closed door? What the hell was that? Davis, what up? What was that? Did she deserve that? No. In front of the babies? No. No. I care, y'all. I care. And that's the difference between myself and the motherfuckers that support goddamn Cynthia G. Because I'll be damned. I was listening to someone played a clip of a panel. It said, guess what? Another black man dead by a cop. And the nigga bitch was on there. Oh, well, that's what's up. Blue Lives Matter. Y'all heard that? Now look, that's not all black women. It's not. That was just a group of bitches, miserable bitches. And that's fine. I'm cool. I'm not going to paint all black women with a broad brush because of a panel full of old, fat, cackling hags. Fat, cackling hags. My response to miserable hoes like that, Kevin Samuels, the Godfather's dead. Yeah. But you bitches are still broke, lonely, and single, and by yourself. His passing didn't make your life any better. Now what? It's been a year already. Now what? Did your life improve? No. No. But never mind that shit. All I know right here, I'm reading this story. Mother of four, y'all. Dead. And I'm telling you, they're going to try and drag her. And this should be a message to black women because they're criminalizing you guys and treating you guys just like black men now. They weren't doing this shit to y'all 20 years ago. They weren't busting shots at y'all. They were beating y'all up at most. Now they busting shots. Equal indeed. Be careful. Destiny Black in that super chat. Salute to you. She says, Drew, you and I can have a whole conversation on the black woman and black man. However, you know the goal of the others is to divide and conquer us. Black women aren't your enemy. Never. Black women never been my enemy. I never said that. You know that. You know that. Black women are not my enemy. And guess what? I haven't seen you in a while, Destiny. I put up a short video where Kevin Samuels said the exact same thing. He said, Destiny, you might have missed the other show I did, where Kevin Samuels called out and shut down a 21-year-old man talking bullshit on his black mother. Go back and watch that show, Destiny. It was just last week. He shut that shit down. And he called out the red pill community because not necessarily they were doing something wrong, but kids, young men attached to that ideology and they haven't lived their life yet. You understand? They haven't lived their life yet. It's not that what men talk about. I'm 47 years old. I can talk about what I've lived. But I can't tell you a goddamn thing about rocket science because I don't know anything about it. Why would I talk about something I don't know? Why would I talk about, yeah, man, living, I don't know, surviving in the pen? That shit is hard. I don't know shit about that. I've never been arrested. Talk to 78, talk to Black, talk to Cece. Go listen to Cece's channel. She lived it. And salute to my sister and my brothers. I don't know nothing about it. I don't have a criminal record. I know Kane. He did a whole show called Women Are Not Your Enemy. And once again, for 3 years, who was Kevin Samuels talking about? He was talking about men and how we need to get our fat asses in shape, get our money up, stop dressing like a fucking kid when you're in your 30s. Get your money up, clean yourself up. Look like you give a shit about your appearance. Look like you qualify to be a husband or a boyfriend. He was talking about fashion and hygiene and things like that. 3 years. And then he has one fallout. Well, a chick had a fallout with him and he had to put her in a place and the ladies went crazy. Whole time he said, women are not my enemy. I have video, I have audio, I shared all of this stuff. Not one time did he say commit an act of violence against women, but Cynthia G says, she tells Black women, if you're pregnant with a Black baby boy, delete the pregnancy. Kevin Samuels never said anything remotely close to that shit. See, some of these women are angry just because they want to be angry. I got 3 baby daddies. You did it. Niggas ain't shit. It's the niggas you chose. Because every nigga that you chose, I bet you if I spoke to them, they all different dudes, different DNA, but from the same walk of life. Criminal records. They got children all over the place. They can't speak a sentence without a curse. They're in between jobs, meaning they're unemployed, and so on and so forth. And those are the niggas you like. But the niggas that are a little overweight, a little too short, they got a job, but they ain't driving what you want them to drive. You used to dealing with dope boys, and fuck boys. Because everybody else is living a normal life is what? Lame. You get what you ask for. Oh yeah, Rod, I'm looking for it. But since you brought it up, let's ask. I'm reading this story. Where's this woman's father? Where the kid's father? So the first thing I'm saying is, where those kids gonna stay? I hope they would, bro. You see this shit? You know, listen, man. A lot of times, cooler heads prevail. Now, she went over there and banged on the door. This has been an ongoing feud. 2 years or so with this feud. 2 years or so. And police been called several times. I gotta know, you know how some people just fly off the hinges? Maybe if her boyfriend or husband was there, maybe he could have intervened. But if he went to the door, she'd have definitely shot his ass. This chick was fed up. This white woman was fed the fuck up. But she was safe behind her door. I need you guys to listen. It doesn't say that she was kicking in her door, trying to get in. She probably banged on the door. What the F? You threw shit at my kids, you stupid effing mother. F. Boom! Right through the door. Instead of calling the fucking police. Now, why she hasn't been locked up? I don't know. Why she's not locked up? It's Florida. Go figure. Destiny Black back in that super chat. She says, Drew, little buddy, Kevin Samuels wasn't for me. However, I've never known you to be a sexist. You know, it's deeper than the surface. Malcolm X said we weren't ready for integration. I can't find the lie. Dr. King also said he regrets trying to hold hands and sing "We Shall Overcome." I was never with the Joker. What up? I was never with the trying to hold hands with a motherfucker that hates me. I'm not with that. You don't like me? Cool. I won't. Trust me, I'll never come near you. I promise you that. Do yourself a solid though. While I'm not coming near you, stay away from me. That's it. That's it. That it's as simple as that. I'm gonna treat you like a bitch. You know how many women I've left standing there talking to themselves like, oh, well, you what? All right. Where you going? Don't worry about me. We're good. Don't worry about me. I have nothing else to say. You draw that line in the sand and I'm not going to cross it. We're done. Goddamn right. I'm not trying to be around anybody that don't like me. I'm not trying to be around anybody that don't like me because I have melanin. The older I got, the less sense it made. You don't like me because I'm black? Mark Wonderlick, grown folk talk. What up? You don't like me because I'm black? You know how ridiculous that is? You know that's fucking stupid? I grew up in a neighborhood. My parents moved to a part of the Bronx where it was a rainbow of shit. We had Latinos, Asians, blacks. There was a family that was black here, but they spoke French. And they weren't Haitian. They were from France. And we all went to school together. And we all grew up, we all played tag, and we didn't know what race, we learned about it, but we was like, fuck that. Our parents and grandparents dealt with that. We ain't got to deal with that. It ain't like that no more. Well, it wasn't until we grew up and actually left where we lived. Some went to college, or some moved away. When we came back, like summertime or whatever the hell, and we sat down and spoke, all of us experienced some bullshit. We're like, yo, this world is fucking dangerous. Imagine thinking that racism ended and, our parents or grandparents just went through it. And you're like, oh, no, well, I ain't grew up like that. I have black friends, white friends, Asian friends, whatever. And then you take that attitude out of New York and you go past the Mason-Dixon line. Have a white friend that went past the Mason-Dixon line and was just being real friendly to black people, and they were looking at him strange, and he fucked around and almost got killed. He said he really didn't understand the hostility. And I said, where were you? He was somewhere, he stopped over somewhere in VA. And they were looking at him like, what the fuck you doing here? And he's on some, hey guys, hey, what's going on? And because he grew up here, and I need you to understand something. The black culture although it was a melting pot, the black culture was dominant. So everybody listened to rap music. Everybody was breakdancing on cardboards. And everybody spoke a dialect of what we now call Ebonics, Night Train Salute. So when my boy gets older and heads down south, and he sounds like me, and he's from the Bronx for real, they're looking at him like, what the fuck? He almost got beat up because they thought that he was mocking them. I said, well, what'd you do? He said, well, I ain't staying in that hotel overnight, though. He stopped over in a hotel, and the people out there drinking and smoking, and he wasn't intimidated. He just gave him a head nod like, yo, what up? And they noticed he was dressed a little different. It's like, it's a white guy. He got blonde hair. He got blue eyes. But why is he dressed like he's from a hood? Yo, where you from? Bronx. Say that again, Bronx. If I put my boy on the phone right now, you think you're talking to a black dude. Nope. His fucking grandparents are from Germany. He speaks German. Okay? You would never know. You would never know. And he almost got beat up for that. When he came back home and told us the story, he said, man, this fucking sucks. Man. You know why I'm doing this show? Because it needs to be done. I don't give a fuck about no Cynthia G. That bitch don't move me. The bitches that follow her don't move me. I don't know this woman that was murdered. All I do know is that a black woman was murdered. You remember when Ice Cube told those cackling hags? Look, the Republicans took the House. I had to take my plan and show it to them. They said they'd look at it. I'm trying to get things done. And what did those bitches say to him? What's in there for black women? He said, this is a plan for black people. They said, what's in there for black women? He says, well, black women aren't black people? You see what I'm saying? Well, this was a black person that was shot. Right now, they're trying to figure out whether it was racially motivated. Let's remove race from it. Did this woman break any laws? Did she just beat on the door? Or was she trying to get into the apartment? And did this bitch call 911? Was she in the house? Now, it'd have been a problem if she was in her house and she got shot in her living room. No, she got shot out the fucking door. In front of the kids. If this was another black man shot, will all the Cynthia G supporters be out here doing streams at 11, 12 at night, speaking up? Or are they saying, good, another black man gone? See, I ain't got time to listen to that fucking ignorance. I don't have time. Another black person has been shot and killed, y'all. That is a fact. They're not even telling us the white woman's name. We don't have no pictures. They're protecting her identity. She was a mother of 4. The kids are traumatized. We don't know the whereabouts of the father. We don't even know if this woman's going to get arrested. If she gets arrested and goes to trial, we don't know whether she's going to get off or not. We don't know. But like I said, here we go again. Here we go again. Destiny Black back in that super chat. She says, Drew, you already know the English language is bastardized. Is a bastardized language. All languages, education, life in general came from Mother Africa and the black woman. Without black man and women, life wouldn't exist. And Africa is a continent where it all started. It all started there. And look at us now. Look at us now. Miss Owens was shot through the door. At a vigil with the family later Monday, Thomas said the sheriff had promised him the most professional service that he and his deputies could provide, and Thomas plans to hold the agency to that. Thomas is a lawyer. During that same gathering, Owens' mother, Pamela Diaz, said that she was seeking justice for her daughter and her grandchildren. Where's the father, goddammit? My daughter, my grandchildren's mother, was shot and killed with her 9-year-old son standing next to her, Diaz said. She had no weapon. She posed no imminent threat to anyone. So it sounded like that bitch on the other side of the door was just simply mad. And she was fed up with the back and forth. And she Charles Bronson'd her ass. She took the law into her own fucking hand. Oh yeah, Cobb Kell, I remember that. Bro, if you go to Wiki and just put in black people killed by, well, I forgot what I put. I forgot how I worded it. But they started from like 1960 something. And this would make 2023. Y'all know that they dropped bombs on in Philadelphia. They dropped bombs on a fucking black neighborhood by airstrike, y'all. Look. We got other problems. And going back and forth with these hoe-ass dudes and these hoe-ass hoes, it's actually beneath me But I'd rather point it out and also give solutions. Destiny, did you catch my show, House of Hypocrites, by chance? Because I knew you've been out of the loop for a while. Did you catch that show? It's called House of Hypocrites Review. It's a real good listen. I think that show ran about, 3 hours? Go to my channel and watch that show. And just watch the show. I had a guest on. And I'm going to tell you what's unfortunate. What's unfortunate is that the demeanor that woman was putting out, the anger, the misguidance, the insecurities, the lack of knowledge, the lack of discipline, the lack of accountability, the delusion that came out that woman's mouth. It proved my point. And I was very, 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 very polite. But it proved my point about what black men are dealing with. You need to understand that is the attitude that black men are up against. Y'all outnumber us 8-1. And I'm still not saying all black women are like that. I'm just saying that the chicks with the biggest mouths running around online and stuff like that, that's what we're dealing with here. Well, not me, thank God. I pray for my brothers that are single. I have a wife, I'm good. Destiny, please go watch House of Hypocrites. It's on my channel. It said, I think it's House of Hypocrites Review. I forget, but just look at it. Just watch that whole live and when you're doing something around the house, whatever, or you're driving, listen to the whole thing and just be amazed. Be completely amazed. And still, listening to her and talking with her, and I was very, very patient because I'm used to dealing with that. You know why? Everyone hit me up, like, yeah, how the fuck you dealt with that? I'm like, you know why? I've dealt with that, women like that, all my life. It's easy. Destiny Black back in that super chat. She said, Drew, don't forget in 1985, America dropped the bomb on the move black folk in Baltimore. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was 10 years old in 85. This is all when I was around. This ain't the 60s or 50s or 40s or 1800s. They've been fucking us up. This ain't new behavior. So the reason why I keep bringing this up, I know the relationship is a little fugazi between black men and black women, but while that's happening, a white bitch gets to shoot a black woman through a closed fucking door in front of her kids, and she's not even in handcuffs, y'all. Why are we fighting? Why? I mean, really, what the fuck? And you know, America was like, yo, man, you guys are barbaric. You remember the Rodney King riots? Remember the infamous, when they caught that truck driver and yanked his ass out the truck and they threw that brick in his face? Was it a brick or a bottle? Man, that was barbaric. I saw that live. I was sitting in my mother's living room. We was like, oh, man. Oh, they got him out. Oh, no. Boom. That was crazy. Reginald Denning, and it was a brick. Did he die? That was bad. And that dude was just driving his truck. I don't even know if dude knew what was going on, man. No, Bumpy. No. Yeah, Destiny. It was, you talking about, I mentioned that. That was Philadelphia in the 80s. That was Philadelphia. They dropped a bomb on a black neighborhood, man. That was messed up. Oh, he didn't die? But that was fucked up, man. I saw that live. We was up in New York watching that like, yo, they really burning the city up. And when they got that, it was a white guy, man. And I bet you he probably wasn't even listening to the news. He's probably driving around the street, listening to Kenny Rogers, trying to find the highway. And he's like, why shit on fire? And these dudes came and yanked him out the shit and they got his ass, man. That was messed up. Had nothing to do with that. Well, I'm not painting people with broad brushes here, man. I'm not going to let a few dumbasses ruin it for the litter. You listen, the wonderful thing about the internet is that it gives everybody a voice. But that's also the bad thing. A lot of these people didn't have a voice in the 80s. You know why? They'll be in their mama basement. The girls, those will be the girls that you have to force them to go to prom. And they're just sitting in the corner wearing glasses. They don't want to talk to anybody. But on this internet shit, you can be whoever you want. You see these catfish shows, you can be whoever you want to be. That's why when I get on here, one of the things I decide to do is I'm going to show my face. So you can see, you don't need to hear my voice. You need to see that I'm a real person. This is who I am. I'm not hiding. Hide for what? What am I hiding from? This is disgusting, y'all. Destiny, you on fire. She said, Drew, my big bro men have actually surpassed women around the melanated world because of the male baby over female baby. Black women and black men have the same plight. We're just too busy arguing amongst ourselves to realize it. Reset common sense, salute. I mean, well, the deal is this here. Those women, they seem to think there's a war. Let me give you a little news flash though. The war's been over. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why the war's over, baby. Because the men that were striking out and didn't have anything left, and they say, yo, look, I'm lame, I'm a little chunky, or I ain't got no game, but I'm making $200,000-$300,000 a year. And the chick that I was entertaining, I thought I was entertaining her, but only time she called me is when she want to go out and eat. I'm a foodie call. Salute, no smoke. And what they did was they started exploring their options outside of the country. And once those men, the lame, started exploring their options in other countries, that's when the black women, the beautiful black women, they started saying, hey, why y'all doing that? Y'all can't get no woman here. Y'all ain't got no game. Well, they were going out on dates, but they weren't getting married. They wanted marriage. And they just couldn't find it here. So they exploring their options elsewhere. And then that set a trend. And these women's foodie calls started hopping on airplanes and leaving. and exploring their options. Now, all of them get married, y'all. But the experience is nice. They realize they don't have to stay here. And if you in tech, you legitimately ain't got to stay here. All you need is a goddamn cell phone or a laptop. You get Wi-Fi all over the world. You know what? I ain't gonna stay here. You know what? I make enough money. I'm gonna go set up shop somewhere in Asia somewhere. Thank you, No Smoke. Appreciate that. And then these ladies got mad. What do you get mad for? The lames are getting out the way. You ain't got to worry about the nerd nigga calling you anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a nigga that bought you your goddamn high sodium fake Chinese food. Don't worry about him. That became a problem. Yeah, harmonize. I did a show about that the other week. Again, the passport bros, in my opinion, for you to be a passport bro, I mean, there's no age, but in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, shouldn't be that until you're about 30-ish. You've got on dates and it's like, it's not working out here. I'm meeting the same type of women in different skin. Let me explore my options somewhere else. What's happening now is that men are coming out of college and, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna be a passport bro. Slow down, Tiger. You're older now. You can leave the block. You don't have to run to Asia right away. Chill for a minute. See what's going on here. And you're right, Armanaz. Didn't I say that, if you don't have social skills here, don't think you're going to go to another country and it's going to be all good for you. They got chicks that'll play that game with you too over there. It's just a little worse if you don't know the language. And you don't know how the society is. You don't know. So yeah, there's that. There's that. If you ain't got no social skills here, it's not gonna be different when you go to fucking Thailand. If you's a herb ass dude over here, you're gonna be a bigger herb over there because you don't speak the language. You dig? So yeah, there's things with that, y'all. There's definitely things with that. But to keep it back on what we're talking about here, I'm pissed off. Ajike Owens, she was shot and killed through a fucking closed door, y'all, in front of her kids. I don't know what kind of person she is. But listen, as men, look, a lot of men are just salty at black women right now. Not all of us. I urge you, y'all really have to wear your hats correctly. Y'all have to take each situation as you read it and don't add to it, y'all. Please, men, don't be like the hating ass women. When I heard that little part of, I don't know what panel that was. That fucking bitch said Blue Lives Matter because a black man was shot. And she sound like a miserable fat bitch too, right? Man. And it's hard. It's very hard. It's very, very, very hard. It's very hard. I don't look, it's not every woman. My mother don't think that way. My aunts don't think that way. My sister, my cousins, they don't think that way. Those are just a couple of miserable ass fucking chicks misbehaving. So I know some men will look at this and be like, well, that is a black woman, and what was she doing beating on the door? Please don't do that. Don't do that to her. She was shot and killed in front of her seeds, man. Please don't do that. Read the story for what it is. It's an ongoing feud, and this white woman has had the last word in it. This woman is dead now. Shot in front of her seeds. And focus on the law, y'all. She was safe behind her apartment. They weren't outside fighting like Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman. Which makes this case open and shut. Why is she not arrested? Why'd you shoot her? Well, I felt threatened. Where were you? I was inside my apartment. Where was she? Outside. Was she kicking on the door? It doesn't say it. It doesn't say she was kicking on the door. It doesn't say she almost forced her way in. It sounds like she was just banging on the fucking door. At worst, it didn't even say that. She went to address her. And she was probably screaming and cussing at the fucking door. Cap blasted her. She was safe in her apartment. Why didn't she call the police? That's what they're telling Travis Rudolph, right? Why'd you run outside and then start shooting at a car speeding away? And I'm telling you guys, that's the problem right there. Destiny Black back in that super chat. You just making it rain on me. I mean, what do you want me to do? Take my shirt off? I'm not gonna do it. You know, I got stalkers. This is my last super chat before I have to tap dance for some change. However, like Brother X said, the most disrespected and unprotected person is a black woman. Black men and black women need to have these conversations without hurt. I don't think y'all are unprotected. Y'all are the freest now to do whatever y'all want more than any time in this planet. And you might not feel this way, Destiny, but talk to some of your sisters. They'll tell you in a heartbeat that they don't need us. So if you don't need us, you don't need our protection. Y'all got it. Y'all got your own protection. Y'all got it yourself. What these dudes have done, too many of this ill nigga, what you looking at, you lame nigga, get away from me nigga. Niggas have actually listened. And they just don't bother anymore. And even that's a problem. So unprotected, I mean, y'all don't need, how do you expect us to protect you when you don't even want us around? And that's what's around, that's the ideology around right now. It's like, they don't even fucking like us. Wow. You know what I'm saying? It's a very frustrating and confused time. And as far as disrespecting, black women don't need help. They don't need our help as far as disrespecting is concerned. Just go to Twitter. Just go to Instagram. Hell, go to YouTube. Mona D, salute. Said you're being disrespected in the chat. I'm gonna tell you what it was. I'm gonna tell you what it was. I just let y'all work it out. I know how you felt about Kevin Samuels, and I disagreed. But time revealed all truth with that. The brother died. It's been a year already, and the same women that were complaining about him when he's alive, they're still complaining, and the man's gone. It goes to show you that it wasn't his issue. And I'm not saying you. I'm saying that there was women that were just miserable. He had nothing to do with it. He was trying to help the black community. And if women would take 2 seconds to look at his body of work, they would see that he did more good than harm. In fact, he didn't do any harm, but you know, it is. Oh shit. Rachel and Nonito's in the building. Yo, I got to talk to you about Jason Mother Skunton Maloney. Jason said he won't smoke. Yo, you know what? Jason and his brother, fuck that. I know I reserved this for the Charlos, but now it's them. The Maloney brothers is now Tomax and Zaymok from fucking G.I. Joe. Oh my God. Yeah, Destiny. But I just let y'all work that out. I saw it. I saw y'all going back and forth. You know what I mean? Hey man. Sometimes you gotta let yeah, exactly. Word up. Tomax and Zaymok is the fucking Maloney brothers, man. Fuck both of those guys, man. I saw that shit this morning. I said, wait, didn't he just get knocked the fuck? I said, oh no, that was his brother. He felt it though. Tomax, you hit Tomax, Zaymok feel it, and vice versa. Man. Yeah, Destiny. I mean, look, sometimes you gotta work that out. I mean, the thing is, Kevin Samuels is it's a touchy subject at this point. Yeah. God. Destiny Black back in the super chat. She said, read the chat and see how I'm being attacked, and I haven't said anything negative about black men. This is the divide I speak of. We need to have adult dialogue with no malice. Well, here's the thing. All right, this is a whole other conversation. It's a whole other conversation because you said something and the brothers in the chat beg to differ. That's all. But if you want to have a dialogue about that, we could do it Thursday because I'm not going to be here tomorrow. We could do it Thursday. Yeah, we could do it Thursday. About you made a statement about black women being the most disrespected and unprotected, and that's not accurate, man. That's not accurate. When you're saying disrespected, I also I didn't make this point. I said black men being incarcerated and being in the criminal realm. That's gone down in the last 2 decades. Black women has gone up. It has nothing to do with black men. Matter of fact, I was just looking at a video from Pink Book Lessons. That dude that shot the police officer in Atlanta, a black CO just got arrested. She was fired and she just got arrested for smuggling drugs in there for him. But prior to that, she worked for the sheriff's office and she was terminated from there. How the fuck you get terminated from the sheriff's office? She had a bunch of CCRBs, those are civilian complaints, and she left there and then became a CO, and then she got arrested. And about a month ago, there was another black woman in there. I think she was caught sucking the fingers of inmates and twerking and all kinds of stuff. I know, Destiny. I know. What the problem is, Destiny, is that black men have been drugged over barbed wire for decades, since I was little. And it was prior to that. And the media contributed to that. Oprah Winfrey contributed to that ideology that came from white supremacy. Sally Jesse Raphael, Phil Donahue, the Ricky Lake Show, Waiting to Exhale, The Color Purple. We was getting dogged. And then Oprah Winfrey, I think she's trying to make a political move or something, because she came out and brought out the CDC numbers, and it contradicted 30 years of her shitting on us. And I'm like, why is this bitch acting like she didn't contribute to shitting on these black men or me all these years? So you got to have patience when men we're a little snappy right now. Like, yo, come on, bro. We're very edgy right now. Do the passport bros make sense? That's like the last line of defense. Now, I'm a married man, but I support whatever black men want to do. If they want to explore their options outside the country, listen, our ancestors built this fucker. We done been shot, stabbed. White supremacy has weaponized black women against us. And if we don't have a criminal record, we ain't got child support or, nothing crazy, and we can get a passport and get the fuck up out of here. I have my passport, but again, I'm a married man. Then go on and enjoy yourself and see what's out there for you. And they quietly left. And the sisters went all crazy talking about, hey, man, they leaving, but why I got to turn on my computer and see them having a good time? They're having a good time. Turn it off. And it got so crazy. That, now, we're used to black women attacking us. We're used to that. Because for the most part, a lot of men are like me. I ain't going to, fuck that. I ain't going to talk that. Fuck that bitch. I was saying that before the song came out, man. But you know what the sisters started doing, Destiny? They started attacking the sisters in the other countries. I'm not lying. Rachel and Onito in the chat right now. I'm like, whoa, why are they attacking the women? You saw the Spurgood, what up? You saw the panel that this black chick was on there. Oh, men are going over there. The women, they have no education. They have dirt floors, and they don't speak no English. Why y'all acting like they ain't got fucking Wi-Fi in the Philippines? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? There ain't no colleges in the Philippines. Where the fuck do you think? What do you think is over there? Just huts? And people with grass skirt? What the fuck And then that's when the Filipinos started lighting their ass up. We cut our hair and put it in bags and mail it to you for you to tie it up behind your nappy ass head. Wash your meow meow. We all saw it. And I said, you know what? And what did I tell the simps? Stay out of it. Don't do it. Don't be talking about, yo, man, we got to stick up for our black sisters. Nope. They started it. You see? Now let me bring this shit full circle. I told black men to stay out of that shit. I told black men to stay out of that shit, did I not? Why? The black women here started that shit. So let them deal with it. Now it's women, they called the women out. The men were leaving, they chewed the men out. They were like, hey man. Then they attacked the women. And then women responded. I told men stay out of it. What does that remind you of? Travis Rudolph.
Whoa!
What? That bitch went to his house, went through his phone, saw the next chick, got mad, got violent, broke up I heard him say she was in the house, broke up the PS4, broke up his iPhone, swang on his brother. That was on video. Then left the house, called her brother and his friend, said, please go shoot his shit up. And they went, and I'll be damned. Backfired. Now, if her brother had half a fucking brain, he'd be like, shoot who's, wait a minute. What happened? He hit you? Now watch this. You think her brother doesn't know how she behaves? They are things that my sister's husband couldn't tell me that my sister did. I grew up with her. He could never be like, yo, she did A, B, and C. I'm like, She didn't do that shit. Because I know her. I know her. She was my sister before that was your wife, stupid. You think that, Anthony, what up? You think that he didn't know his sister? You're going to take your dumbass friends over there. What he should have did was say, yes, sis, what he did what? He hit you? What'd you do? You hit him first? I know you. I know you. What did you do to make him raise his hands to you? Uh-huh. Yeah, he hit you first? You sure? Here's how I would have handled it. Yeah, you sure? Phone call. Yo, bro, what happened? What happened? Tell me what happened. You take it from there, because you know what? If he hits you, that's assault. We going to the police. I ain't going to that nigga house. He might have a gun, in which he had. Why don't we just get him arrested and sue him and take whatever bread he has left? How about that? So when those sisters said, wash your meow meow, I told you brothers, don't go in there playing Captain Save-A-Ho. Do not do it. Do not do it. You're going to hurt yourself. And thank you, Phenomenal Mexican. Whole time, she's mad at going through his phone and finding the next bitch. She was married. The brother had to have known that. Wait a minute, you go over there fucking with a former NFL football player. Yo, what about your husband? What does he think about this? Call him. You know what? Maybe they separated. I gotta think they're separated, because if they are separated, either way, all right, watch this. If they weren't separated and he didn't know that his wife was doing that, this would be me. That's what you get for cheating, bitch. Now, if they are separated and she going through that, this is still me. That's what you get for thinking you're stepping up, bitch. Yeah, Travis, better you than me. She done raised her hands to me a few times. I wasn't there. I had nothing to. He's sitting at home looking at this, eating popcorn like, yep. And he should write a book after this. When the cheating ass smut leaves you for the football player and she ain't right in the head. And here's what's sad. Here's what's sad. Ready for this? I would love to see the percentage of women that thinks that she is free and clear and she did nothing wrong. She should be in prison right now. She orchestrated the whole shit. But again, this ain't about that. I'm going to do a separate show about that. And there goes Nonito talking about those mother effing $5 massages. I'm going to go to the Philippines. I'm going to need like 4 women. Each arm, each leg. No, 6. And each foot. I wear size 13. They put their hands on my feet. It's going to feel like baby hands. So I hope they're strong. You give me a good foot rub, I'm going to sleep. Sham it. But ladies and gentlemen, another black person has been murdered by a white person. We're trying to figure out if it was racially motivated. The only way they can prove that, they have to prove that this woman's a racist. They're going to have witnesses stating that she was calling her the N-bomb. But I'll say this. More than likely, if she was being racist, the community is going to either co-sign it or just say, oh, look, she ain't never did it to me, and that was just the relationship that they had. I don't know. It'll all come out. But if you relieve race out of it, the way I'm looking at it is, she was behind a closed door, and instead of calling 911, she shot through the fucking door. And she's still not arrested. Yeah, Phenomenal Mexican. I'm gonna go up in there on some Into the Dragon shit. Y'all remember that scene? They came to Jim Kelly's room. He was like, I'll take you. And you. And you. And then he was like, please, you gotta forgive me. I'm a little tired. He tore their asses up. Yeah, yo, I'm gonna let y'all know when I'm ready to go down there. I'm gonna be like a week down there. I'm gonna let y'all know. Cause I don't know what the fuck to do. I've never been there. But I'm definitely gonna let y'all know ahead of time. I'll let y'all know like a month before. I'm like, all right, going down there for a week. So get those massages ready. I need 6 of them. You know what I'm saying? 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 feet, and finger 11. I'm joking, but not really. But I'm joking, but not really. But I'm joking. Oh my God. Oh man. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna riot. We're gonna cry. We're gonna protest. Whatever it is we decide to do, where we at, June, it'll be over. It'll be over by after Arrow versus Bud. We'll forget about it. And if we still remember about it, it'll definitely be over by December when Deontay knocked the shit out of AJ. The other AJ. The WBO convention is in Dominican Republic this year. I'm gonna say some thugs that I know over there. Stupid ass WBO. Ah, man. Another sister gone, man. This is just like, hate it. I really hate it. But let me tell you what I'm about to do. I'm going to reach out to that chick. Her name was Femi. And I need to get her on the show. Because here's what I was going to do. She made a comment to me about, I can't believe you're a personal trainer and you don't know what exomorph was. I knew what it was, but she didn't know what it was. Because I said, that's not you. She said, well, I'm opposite of that. I'm like, okay. Well, I never said I was a personal trainer. I never said that. But whatever. But I was going to point her in the right direction. So I wanted to have her on the panel with Blu-ray and Hardbody J. Timo. And I was going to have Rachel and Nonito on the panel. And I was just going to hang in the back and say, yo, look, I need you to bring everything that you think I don't know. And she also made a very rude comment, and I have it. I have the screenshots. She made a rude comment about Kevin Samuels, and I'm reading it like, I can't believe she's really still on that type of time. Okay, well, there's no need for me to get hyped. She said something to the effect of, he was in shape and he still died. And she referred to him as Casket Kev. I said, okay. All right. All right. He also was a cancer survivor and he had hypertension like I do. I have hypertension. But he also was a workaholic. And I did not like the fact that he drank those Red Bulls every fucking day. Well, every time we saw him on social media, he had a fucking Red Bull almost every time. And I was like, it's not a good look. But it was natural causes. Look, man, it was just his time. Yeah, Teach, that's what she said. That's what she said. This is also a woman that said that she had a man that was perfect, but his ex-girl walked up to him on the block and spit in his face. And she broke up with him over that. And I said, well, y'all remember that? And I said, well, why'd you do that? Because spitting is the most vile and low thing that you can do. And for someone to do that to you, that means you had to have done something bad. I'm like, whoa. But y'all did peep when she did say that she had a dietitian, a gynecologist, and a therapist. So that right there tells you that she had problems. But I wanted to bring her on and question exactly what she said. And I wanted her to stand on her own too. But there was a lot of things she said that I had a problem with as far as her health and wellness was concerned. Because there was a lot of cap. And I never said that I was a personal trainer, but I was going to point in the right direction. And all of the stuff that she was saying, I was going to have her on a panel talking to professionals. J. Timo, Blu-ray, Nonito, and Rachel. Tell them, don't tell me. I'm not an expert. I can tell you what works for me. I know my heaviest, I was 398 pounds. I got on the scale this morning. I was like 216. But I can't give you health advice. I can't. They can, not me. So I still wasn't going to scream at her, holler at her, and disrespect her, because she's very emotional and sensitive, and it has a lot to do with her weight. She's actually in Houston, and that's where J. Timo is. I was actually going to give her some free information because, listen, J. Timo's a professional. You have to pay him for his time. Blu-ray's a professional. You have to pay him for his time, and so are the Daenerys. I was going to give her free information if she would be there to receive it. And like I said, J. Timo's in the same city as she is. I was going to give her access. Now, let me ask y'all a question. That's lemons to lemonade, is it not? That's a black man trying to help a black woman, no matter how rude and angry she is. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? You see, I will never let a woman, or anybody for that matter, compromise who I am. Y'all understand the importance of not beefing? Y'all understand why that's important? You understand? I don't need to do that. I know there's a lot of haters. Hating on me is not netting you dividends. You might get if the most views you get is a video with my name in it, that is a sad state of affairs. It's a sad state of affairs. I started this channel because Cobra Head, my brother, salute. I started this channel because I actually wanted to talk about things like this and actually make a difference. We're going to laugh and have fun. You understand? But we're also going to address topics as they come. And this is one of them. And as you can see, I'm not going to let a few bad apples, bad women that have nothing positive to say about black men or just men in general. They hate men, but they don't have one. They want a man that acts like a girlfriend. And see, this is another thing. This is the part, I guess I'm trolling at this point, because every time I say something and I get a woman that comes around and says, oh my God, you on some red pill, manosphere, Kevin Samuels shit. Listen, I'm my own man, and I've been saying this shit for over 30 years. Kevin just reiterated what we've all been talking about. We've been reduced because we've been dragged through the fucking mud for decades. Right? We've been dragged through the mud for decades. Shit on and treated like shit. We've been told that we ain't shit. The world been told that black men ain't shit. We're absent fathers. And the CDC, the numbers prove completely otherwise. And all Kevin did was speak up. And he still wanted the unity of the black family. We're only 13% of the population in America. And guess what? We might have been around 15 to 16, maybe even 20% if there weren't 20 million abortions from black women alone since 1975. Listening to the Cosmopolitan. What was that bitch named? Sue something. Saying that it's okay to be a free spirit and have sex out of wedlock, and it's okay, own it. Yeah, you get pregnant, get a deletion. Make your own money. You don't need a man. Whole time, she was married with a child. She was lying to y'all, and she admitted it. And she hijacked the feminist movement, y'all. I've spoken about this. Kevin's spoken about this. He said, yo, y'all were lied to. Oprah lied to you. And now she's saying, she admitted when she regurgitated the CDC facts, she admitted that she lied. Who's holding her accountable? We are. There's no Don Lemon, nobody, no black man is saying, wait a minute, Oprah, I remember back in 1995, you said this, this, and that. I mean, what the fuck? And guess what? That's our fault because the stats were always there. But what are we going to do? Read the stats and get online and say it? Oh, I'm sorry, we do that already. And when we do that, what are we met with? Resistance. And it's flipped by saying black women are the most unprotected and most attacked. Destiny, you understand now? So when you're meeting that resistance in the chat, do you understand what I just said? Do you understand where it comes from? There's a lot of men in here that are a certain age. Night Train, Philip D. You know, we're in our late 40s, 50s, or whatever. Exactly, Philip D. We was reduced to barbershop talk about these problems. Or the gym, where a lot of black women just are not at. Just a majority of them are older black women trying to stay out the goddamn grave. You wait until you're 60 to get on that recumbent bike? Come on, sis. It's crazy, man. Exactly, Kane. Nobody wanted to say that shit to Oprah. I knew somebody was going to do it. No one did it yet. When she said that to those black men, I couldn't have been, I don't know what that was. It was a panel or some shit. And she said, well, the CDC said this and that. And I'm listening to this. I'm looking at the brothers like, oh my God. I know y'all were around because these dudes look like my age. I'm like, I know y'all were around when she was talking about what we don't do. I know. And they didn't say anything. But that's okay. When we're here having these conversations, it's true. And we only got a handful of black women that stand up for us. And it's horrible. Destiny, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. When the stats show, when we get these women saying, hey man, niggas ain't shit. And then we do the math and we do the statistics and we say, wait a minute. It says right here that only 10% of these fools with criminal records and multiple baby mamas, they're responsible for 90% of the births out of wedlock. Wait a minute. Y'all are fucking the same guy. So yeah, they ain't shit, but y'all, man, whoa. Forget him. Why not him? Oh, because he drive a 2014 Toyota. but he makes $80,000 a year. Well, he a little chubby. I saw a girl throw a camera in these girls' face, and they said, what would you rather have? An abusive boyfriend or a fat boyfriend? All three of them hoes with color in their hair said they'd rather have an abusive boyfriend. Yeah, all right, Destiny, I'm gonna have that conversation, and I need you to be on the panel because I was there for Oprah, and I grew up. That shit was happening when I was a teenager. Had me fucked up thinking that we ain't shit. I'm thinking that my father was one in a million. I said, well, shit, I'm lucky, man. My father's in my life, and he's raising me well, and oh shit. And then it dawned on me, out of all of my friends, only one had a father that was a Rolling Stone. Everybody else had fathers. And then as I got older, I was like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me how I grew up, that was the majority? Wait a minute. Mr. Neal, Mr. Nurse, Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker was a pastor, then my father. I was like, wait a minute. So we were the majority the whole time? Then what the fuck were they talking about on TV? And they weaponized the sisters, man. But you hear this conversation? Some women will still say that black men don't protect black women. And here I am doing this whole live. And I'm tired as a motherfucker. Because I'm angry that another black person, a woman in this instance, has been shot and killed. I bet you the head of that police department is a zaddy. Go to Zaddy. See what he does for you. Yeah, Quiet Storm. Oh man, that woman. Oh boy. All I'm saying is it's kind of hard. Not kind of. It's very hard when we hear black women talk about what they've gone through when they say the term disrespected. But I can go on Instagram right now. Y'all remember that picture I shared of that light-skinned chick with the big old ass? And I took you to her page, and all she's doing is she got a big butt too, and it's natural. And she twerking, and she twerking. I'm like, okay, she got a fat ass, she got a fat ass, she got a fat ass. And then I see a little boy with a school book back on, and mommy's little boy. And I'm like, pause. Why do you have pictures of your son on your page where 95% of it of you twerking with your big old ass? What are you doing? What are you doing? Is this the new norm? So when we talk about respect and disrespect, it's not matching. It's not matching. It's not matching. Where's that little boy's father? Because if that was my baby mom's, whatever we going through. All I would tell her is, yo, look, don't be putting my fucking son on your goddamn Instagram. That Instagram is for your business. Don't put my son on that shit. Because he got to go to school and somebody's going to see you. Now, if you're cool going to open school night and the teachers or somebody recognizes you, he got to go to school with that. And that's another thing. Her son also, I think he had beat a disease or something. So he done beat that to go to school and hear how his classmates are beating their meat to his mama. This is the new norm. And then we talking about respect. I don't get it. Yeah, Philip, he had cancer. That's what it was. He had cancer. Why is your son on your page like that? Man. Listen, every day I thank God I got a wife. Because I see what's going on, and I pray for my nephews and sons and my boys' sons and their daughters, and I'm like, shit, man. All I could do is train them right. Because this is ridiculous. And it gets deep. It gets deep when you can go to Target and they're selling dildos right next to where the toys section is, with the rainbow colored advertisements, because it's their month, I think, right? Yeah, Amanize that part. That part. And that's just the truth. And I'm not undermining anybody's struggle. But never forget, I did a show called We Need to Make a Deal. Because all I want is the growth of the black community. We ain't gonna get nowhere. Because here I am talking about a black woman that was probably killed by a racist white bitch. And we in the chat arguing. Yeah, I think, Nonito, I think I'm going to end up moving to the Philippines, me and my family, because I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. I can run my YouTube anywhere in the world, but this shit here, this shit is whack. This shit is whack, man. I'm fed up. I'm fed up here, man. There's some places, yo, you know I feel more safe in the Bronx than anywhere else. How could you say that? Listen, there's a lot of nice places in the Bronx. Look up Riverdale in the Bronx. Oh, interesting you say that, Destiny. Did you miss my show when I had the brother IROC on here? Did you miss that show? No problem. Wait a minute. Let me do something for you, baby. What live was that? Very interesting you say that. See, I don't want to undermine anyone's struggle. Here it is. Here you go. Here you go, baby. Here you go. I need you, Destiny, when you get a minute, I need you to watch that show. Okay? All right. When I ended this show, I was this was tough, man. You know what I just noticed? I'm looking at it. I have on the same fucking shirt in that show that I have on right now. Jesus. Yeah. When you get a minute, Destiny, look at that show, okay? Look at the whole show. Look at the whole show. All right, baby? And that's not something I play with. That's not something I play with, man. It's tough. And you know. Yeah. Now I know, Destiny, people disappear and everything else, but you know, I mean, you know, I'm glad you asked that question though. Yeah, exactly, Nonito, man. Come on, man. I can't. See, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. See? You never know what's going on. And I'm telling you, man. Kofa, what up, good brother? Yeah, I'm doing it tonight because I'm not going to be around tomorrow. Cop killer chill. No boxing here. No boxing. No boxing. No boxing. No boxing. No boxing. Yeah, man. But you never know what's going on in this chat, man. You never know who went through what. You understand? That's why you really don't. I don't play with people. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's my big brother. Theo Coop in the building, man. He said that IROC video was insane. To say that man was abused is yo, bro. I didn't know. If you look at my face, I didn't know. Oh, you'll be live tomorrow 7:30. Okay, I'll be able to listen. I'll be in the chat. Matter of fact, I gotta call IROC. That's the fam right there, man. I got so much respect for that brother, man. Bro, man. Y'all ever heard something and got mad? Y'all ever listened to something and got enraged? That bro. Yeah. Yeah, Armanize, yeah, that too, in IROC's situation, it wasn't that, but there are stories that I've heard that sound kind of crazy. It's like you was raped and then what? Remember I told y'all the story about my boy? I told that story a dozen times on here, man. We were all in the house and Shorty was smiling and laughing, snatched him into the bedroom, and they were all over that room and they came out laughing and smiling. Next thing you know, cops was at his door talking about, yo, Shorty raped you. Shorty said you raped her. And we was like, what the fuck? Hell no. I told y'all the story. It was ridiculous, man. He got jammed up for a couple of years behind that because she lied. Nothing happened to her. But her faggot ass boyfriend, oh, you had sex with her? Oh, what you mean? You was drunk? So that means you was incoherent. So you don't know. You got raped. Nah, we going to the police. Then told her parents. And so for her trying to save face, she's saying that that's what happened. Man, that was just stupid, man. Nah, Theo, you can go ahead, bro. You already know what time it is. Do your thing. And you know what, man? Those shows, man. Kofi said, I met several, what do you say? I met several grown men who have been, bro, by women. Bro, you never know how often, bro. Those videos I played, where these women are allowing those little boys to grab butts and do you remember me playing those videos? And I'm like, what's up with this? That's a form of abuse, man. Where those little boys' fathers at, man? Yo, Theo, I mean, it won't be like a jokey, upbeat show. I'll tell you that, bro. You might have to do that in the evening or something, because people, when you go live, people be starting their day and they be upbeat, listening to you and shit. I don't think that's how they want to start their work day. It's like, ooh, because bro, it was rough, man. It was rough. I was like, holy shit. I had no idea, man. You gotta watch who your kids are around. You gotta watch. You just gotta watch it, man. I leave my shorties. I gotta know everything. If you ain't with blood relatives, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no blood relatives that are weirdos, because they all raised me. So I trust all of them. But, yeah, bro, man. Yeah, I didn't sleep. Matter of fact, I think I took the next day off of work. That shit fucked me up, man. It really did. It really did. I was like, wait, what happened? It was bad, man. Harmonizing that super chat. She said that was in response to Destiny and her attention-seeking mission. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I'm going to have a panel next show so we can just have a conversation about, just things. And, we are in agreement that men want peace. We are in agreement with that. You know what I mean? And my thing is this. If there's a man that says, you know what, F it, I'm not dealing with women here, then shut your mouth and leave. Don't harp on it. Shut your mouth and leave. If there's a woman that say, I'm fed up with you niggas, I'm done, shut the fuck up and leave. Shut up and leave. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what it is? Conversations are meant to be had he said, if you want to fight, stay tonight. Conversations need to be had. You air out a problem and you discuss possible solutions. And that was a problem I had with Femi. And that's why the show dragged on, because I would talk about something, and when I would give, I'm also running a show here. I would give an answer, but I like to explain my answer in detail, and she just wasn't hearing it. And then when I'm making my point, she would move the goalpost. I like to talk about possible solutions. But some people just like to argue for the sake of arguing. And, you got to weed those people out for a minute. Well, not for a minute. You got to weed them out. And, yeah. But you got to point out the solution and acknowledge that it's a problem. You see, I keep talking about Cynthia G. There's no getting through to her because she's so far gone and angry, and yeah, I know, but it that shit kind of went viral, didn't it? I tried, but I did that for a reason. I let people talk so you can hear it. I'll give you an example when I did it before. Thank you, Night Train. Appreciate that. I did that with Randall Bailey a couple of weeks ago. You remember that? I was talking about protecting the integrity of Devin Haney and how he's falling under unnecessary attack. He's not the boxing judges. The fix definitely wasn't in for him. He was fighting on Top Rank. He's the black guy. It was Vasily Lomachenko. And he got the nod because they got it right. Devin won the fight. And everyone's having this big old kumbaya. We feel so bad for the Ukrainian matrix, and it's a robbery. And I'm on my show protecting the integrity of Devin Haney, a young black fighter, youngest champion in the 4-belt era. And what the fuck does Randall Bailey do? Somehow he ends up talking about Al Heyman and Bud. I'm like, how the fuck did we get there? But I let that go so y'all can see how black people do. I'm talking about protecting us over here, and he took a personal issue that he has with Al Heyman and he brought it in, and I let that happen. I needed y'all to see that. I needed y'all to see that. There goes the unity. Watch this. I get threatened all over the place on YouTube. I get spoken about by other niggas, by other monkeys, all over YouTube. But George Zimmerman is still alive. You understand? It's fucking retarded. Destiny's back in that super chat. She said, Drew, I don't know who this Ashley son almost is, but clearly he's homotional for free. I'm really trying not to go left, but Drew, you know I don't mind. However, I'm going to respect your show. What? All right, look. Stop. Everybody stop for a minute. Stop. The title of the show is Ajike Owens, Here We Go Again. That's the title of the show. Another black person was shot and killed. And I'm here trying to figure out what we're going to do. Is this going to change? George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. Now we could put in Ajike Owens to the list. I was talking about protecting the integrity of Devin Haney, and Randall Bailey hijacked the conversation because he has a personal beef with Al Heyman. I don't know what the hell that had to do with what I was talking about, but I let y'all see that. I'm talking about Ajike Owens getting shot by a potential racist white bitch who threw some, what did it say, some roller skates at her son or something at a park out the window or something. She was shot and killed, and we're in a chat fighting. About what? See? For those of you that don't know, Destiny does not like Kevin Samuels. I'm not going crazy about it. I know what I know. Shauna TV don't like Kevin Samuels. I'm not going crazy about it. I know what I know. We know what we know. We know what Kevin was about. Oh, I know, Philip D. You already know. We know what Kevin was about, and that's the end of it. All right? His legacy still lives on, okay? His work is out there. His daughter's in charge of his estate, and everything's fine. And he started a conversation, and now men feel more, they feel better talking about it now, freely. And that's a W, and it's okay. If a woman can make fun of his passing, that tells you everything you need to know about that woman. Okay? Because you know what I do know about women? Do women get along? I did a show like last year, and it said, are women really frenemies? Look it up. Frenemies. My wife had a best friend. They were always around each other. Frickin' frack. Order and chaos. Laurel and Hardy. We got married. Asked me when was the last time I saw her friend. At the baby shower, everyone's laughing and joking and high-fiving and eating food and opening up presents. She was off in the corner. I literally have pictures of her off in the corner reading a book. Everybody was partying and laughing and congratulations. She was reading a fucking book. This was her best friend. the best friend is supposed to help with the baby shower, getting the balloons ready and decorating and just pretty much directing traffic. You know who did that baby shower? My sister, my cousins. She had nothing to do with it. I'm gonna tell my wife, oh, I don't know what Shorty was looking at. What's Shorty? Oh, my cousin's wife? That was at my dad's big ass house. Trust me, if anyone was looking at you, they was wondering why you was over there being antisocial. You look like a hater. Everybody was nudging me like, yo, what's wrong with her? She all right. She got something else going on. Yo, what's wrong with her? Yo, she all right. She got something. I'm up here capping for her. I knew what it was, but I ain't gonna tell my wife anything. I'll let her figure it out. Yeah, Tay, you're absolutely right. Because you know what? Ask me when was the last time they spoke. Ask me when was the last time they spoke. And you want to know what else? You want to know what else? Not married. Couldn't hold on to a boyfriend. I know someone that was around her or worked around her say, yo, she's a fucking weirdo. She was dating some dude and dude was like, yeah, you know, no thank you. Because mentally she was stuck. She was still 18 in the head. Bitches in their late 30s now. Or early 40s or whatever the fuck's going on with her. Living at home with your mama. Ask me when was the last time they spoke. When I met my wife, I knew about her and they were inseparable damn near. Ask me when was the last time I spoke to her. She probably didn't remember my kid's name. Are women frenemies? Fellas, you ever met that woman that say, hey man, you know, I ain't got that many female friends because bitches is haters. I used to say, do they say that because they mean it, or do they say they have a lot of male friends to mask the fact that they're just promiscuous? I didn't know. I learned though. Came the bad guy in that super chat, much love. He said, black men, stop allowing black women to get you emotionally involved in arguments. Their feelings will always collide with our logic. Lead her, don't follow. Okay. I'm gonna all right. Yeah, Tay, it was a lot of jealousy. Because when she grew up to start and decided to make a family and a life of her own, she was stuck. And that was the end of that. That was the end of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no smoke. Yeah, no smoke. That you're not lying, man. You're not lying. You're not lying. There's a lot of a woman told me, and a white woman told me this years ago. She said, a wife is supposed to be her husband's completer, not his competer. A white woman told me that. And she was from the South. She was from the deep South. She said, you know, a wife's supposed to be her husband's completer, not his competer. And that stuck with me. That was a gem. Yeah, man. God rest Ajike Owens, man. I just want to see where this goes. I want to see if they arrest this murderous woman. And let's see what kind of justice they dish out. It's Florida, y'all. And while we're at it, let's pay attention to what happens to Travis Rudolph. Because if this bitch walk and this brother go to jail, I just want to see the connections, man. So I'll have a panel probably Thursday, and we can have a conversation on what's going on and what we need to do. to move forward, and yeah, we can have a respectful dialogue, and what's going on here. Yeah, it's Florida Night Train. I already don't like it. I already don't like it, man. So fucking... I hate this, y'all, man. I hate this. I really do hate this, man. That Breonna Taylor shit got me so fucking mad. Running up in the wrong house. The bitch was safe in her apartment. Why is she shooting through the fucking door, man? And I'm gonna tell you what. Now watch this, y'all. If they throw the book at this white woman and say, yo, look, you were safe behind your apartment, you shot her, that's murder, you're going down. They're gonna try and get Travis like that. You were safe in your house. You went outside, nigga. Now, he said he went outside for a reason. It has something to do with his brother. Like, he went out and then they snuffed him. And he said, yo, we on demon time. I heard him say that. And that's when he ran back in the crib and got the AR-15 and got the dumping on him. But he said his brother did something, took off on foot. And he ran down the block to go check on his brother. Not necessarily to go shoot at the motherfuckers, but then he said he saw firearms in the car. It's just a, man. We got to pay attention, family. And we got to do better like Theo's podcast, man. So, man, salute to everybody, man. Salute to y'all in Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, Super Chat. Salute to Destiny. She must have gave me about $100 tonight, more than that. But I'm going to have a panel. We're going to have just a conversation. And please, let's just keep it respectful. Because we need to stop fighting with each other. Because we fight with each other and look what's happening. Yeah, cop killer, they jumped Travis' brother. And that's what made them go, yeah. I was listening to it. It's upsetting, man. So, man, I'm going to catch y'all on the rebound. I'm going to go take a shower and we're going to see what happens, y'all. Love y'all. I'll see y'all in the morning, all right? Catch you on the rebound. Peace.